Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Adam. Welcome to another P3D video, and today I'm going to be tackling my airline transport license in P3D. Currently, right now, I'm a commercial pilot, and I've been doing cargo runs for Mountain Air Cargo in the Caribbean and in America, and now I'm ready to take on my airline transport license, which involves a series of flights in various different jetliners, and every landing has to be minus 250 or better. So today we're here in Fiji, and we'll be going to be flying the 757-200 out to a place called American Samoa. So this is us down here, and we're going to fly out to NSTU, Pago Pago International, which I don't think is an airport I've ever actually landed in. So that will be interesting. Anyway, let's go find our plane, and we shall start off. So the ground crew have gotten on and have turned the battery on, connected the GPU. So for us, it's just a case of continuing everything. In fact, let me phone for fuel. Hiya. Yes, can I have a fuel truck out to the British Airways, please, on gate 2? Thank you very much. Okay, so the fuelers are on their way. We can do a little bit of a walk around. I love this livery. We have got a load of passengers coming out. We're due to take off in about an hour. The time right now locally is 3 o'clock. So in an hour we shall be taking her to the skies. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Here comes the truck. So we're looking for 26,691 pounds of fuel. It's a short flight. It only is a couple of hours. So here we go. You right, boys? Yeah, I need 26,000 pounds of fuel. Doesn't look like you can actually specify 26 here. So 37 is nearest, which is a bit overkill. Might have to change that within the FMC. Otherwise we'll be overweight. So we'll let him fuel up. Let's have a look at the engine. Oh yeah, engine looks good. No broken bits in there. Tires, treads look good. Landing gear intact. Duck my head down here. Fuselage is good. I've PBR'd this plane myself. It's a Captain Sim 757. It's a really good model, and oh, look at that. Just majestic, this livery. I really do miss this livery flying in the skies. In fact, a lot of the old retro liveries look way better than the more modern ones. Although I can understand why they get changed. You know, once an airline, I mean, I think this might be the case, I could be wrong, but I think that once an airline has had a few disasters of their planes going down, people almost associate that livery with, like, ooh, I don't know if I want to fly this, you know, with all the plane crashes it's had. So they redesign the livery, so there's no negative association with the company, because this livery is way better than the modern one. It's more regal, you know, speaks of the inheritance of the country more. Anyway, let's get on board. It's Fiji here, very nice. We'll have a look at the weather report. We'll get on board. We've done the walk arounds. They're filling her up. Passengers will be arriving soon. So let's step on board. So a quick dash in the cabin here. It's quite spacious, this 757. There's no lights on at the moment, but it's pretty decent. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, hello, got some people on board already. Yeah. They must be the ground crew and stewardesses. Right, let's get in the flight deck. Knock knock. So here we are. We're going to run through our checklist now. Parking brake is set. Check. The IRS has been aligned. Check. Obviously we got emergency external power on. Yaw dampener switches go on. And electric engine control. Electric engine control. I don't know what that is. Never heard of that. And the hydraulic pumps, they can go on. And we switch the APU on, but we won't actually start it yet. And we should have fuel. We'll wait for the fuelers to fuel us up before we do that. Let's sort out our FMC. So we're here in Fiji, Naughty X, and we're going to NSTU. We do have a company route, I believe. NSTU. I don't actually have much experience flying this plane. Not in the database. So let's send a request for the flight plan. See what happens. There isn't any. That's not good, really, is it? And here we go. There it is. We'll take that. So flight number today is Papa 3 Delta Victor 5, and taking off from runway 9. So the departure out of here is, according to Navigraph, is the Charlie departure with the look-low transition. So Charlie 09 and look-low. We'll execute that in, and then our arrival, which I'll do now. Where is the arrival page? There it is. So we're landing into runway 5, which it kind of looks, there is an ILS. So we will take the ILS. ILS 05, which gives us the sets transition. There's no stars available for this, so that is that. So that's that done. Let's send a request off to fill in that. And our reserves are 4.8. And our cruise altitude today, we're going up to 35,000 feet with a cost index of 18. So that's that page. I'm not really sure how to set that. It's not on my performance calculations, so that'll be a rip. We're going to do a flaps 5 departure. Again, not really sure how you set the CG, and I've got no reference for it. We'll accept the V speeds because my performance calculation says that actually the maximum weight has been exceeded for the runway, which I'm not really believing that. Right, our fuel is still being loaded, so we can't actually do anything there. So yeah, basically I've put together a series of like 10 flights. I already did one of them on a stream, and so we're gonna continue on with it here. So on this leg of flights, really, it's flying out to Samoa and then coming back here and then flying out again, and that's kind of the rotation of it. We'll see how we get on. We might not fully do it all. We are on FLIGHTSIM, and a dude has just taken off here, heading down to New Zealand. So there's nobody where we're going. As you can see, it's very short, and there's no controllers. So let's have a look at our departure while we wait. We're on the Charlie departure. It's pretty standard. We're taking off runway 9, which is a short runway considering. I don't know why I take off this way. Maybe they use that one for departures and this one, I don't know. But we're taking off here. I hope we can actually get off into the air. We're turning around. We're heading up to the Nadi beacon, where we have to be above 5,000 feet. And then we turn right on a course of 068 and up to the Luplo transition, and then we're out of here. And we got Lapham, Boder, Avcol, Big Ek sets, and then we come in for our arrival, which is pretty, just line up with a runway and fly her straight in. Now it's pretty standard. It's not a big island. I'm hoping the runway is gonna take this plane. It looks like it will. It looks like a decent length. So we will concur these waypoints in our FMC while we wait for the fuelers, who looks like they've just gone. So the nuts and that should be coming soon.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
So let's concur our waypoints. We can change this fuel now, actually, while we do that, while we're here. So our actual fuel is 26691. So 26.70 we'll say. So that's more accurate. Right, legs. So I'm looking at Navigraph charts here. We're taking off. We're doing a track to NN and then on to Luplo. From Luplo we head up to Lapham, which is there. From Lapham we go to Boder, yes. Avcol, yes. Big Ek, yes. Sets. And then we go on to Groupie, which isn't in here. Let's put this in here. Let me make sure it's not on the next page. Ah, here we go. So sets to sets, because we don't fly over the runway. So sets and then intersect onto Groupie, Bluja, and then hit the runway, and that is it. That is all set up. There's nothing else to sort out here. So yeah, that's that done. So I think they're gonna start loading. Yeah, they're loading up the nuts and stuff right now. So we might as well. Let me enter all my speeds here. So we're going up to 35,000 feet. Make sure you guys can hear everything here. 35,000 feet. And the heading of the runway that we're taking off from is 091. Our takeoff speeds are rotation at 142, so I'm going to set a speed of 177 here. Initial. Oh, flight directors aren't on. Yeah, kind of should have done that. There we go. RTO, that's QNH. So the weather. That's how I do a weather report here. QNH at the airport is basically standard, so that's already set. Wind is blowing 10 knots in the direction of 300, which I guess that's why we're taking off 09. It's 28 degrees outside, so no anti-ice on takeoff. I'm looking forward to flying this bird. It's been a while since I've actually flown her. Put the terrain data on. With a bit of gaze on and tilt it down a bit. Terrain on. And sets a squawk up. Frequency. I didn't hear any announcements, to be honest. Let me see if there's a CTAF code here. Nope, there is none. So we're on the advisory frequency, and I think we're all good to go here. So are they still doing that? Nope, they're backing off. So let's close those doors. And we will start up our APU, I think. So generator switch is on, check. Bus ties are auto, check. Utilities are on, check. Generators, controls are on. APU to start. We'll wait for that. Oh, fuel pumps need firing up. That would help. I think we got any fuel in the center tanks. It's a short flight, so it's all in the wings. So we'll wait for that to start running. And there we go. APU should be running. Yes, it's running. Cockpit to ground, you can disconnect the GPU. External power is off, sir. That's that done. So we are on APU now. So seatbelt signs are on auto, and most of these things just go to auto, I've noticed. So right. Next thing is emergency lights are guarded, check. Engine limiter switches on, don't know what the hell that is. Engine ignition selector 1 or 2. Put on to 1. And crossfeed switches are off, check. Fuel pump switches are off, negative. But there's part of the pre-flight I'm looking at here. So we'll skip down the most of this pre-flight. Isolation switch is on. Check. Check. Bleeds. Engine bleed air switch is on. Should it be on before the... we'll go with it. Flight directors are on. Oxygen's tested. Flight director source, captain or thing. Left seat, yes. We've entered in all our in thingies. Alternate switch to normal, check. Alternate flap switches are off, check. Gear is down. ECAS display, check. All that auto throttle gets armed now. Negative. I don't arm it now. I arm it after I push back. ILS has been aligned. Stabilizer trim. The trim, yes. That is why we need to know RCG for the trim. So the request. No, I don't know my CG. That's a very important piece, but usually it's calculated. So shall we go with like a 12? Let's go with a 12.8. See what happens. No, can't have it. I don't know where to set my trim, but I'm gonna set it to just 5-ish. Should be a good setting, and we'll see how we get on with that. So, not the way to do it, obviously, but Captain needs to work out calculation first on how that's done. So, we are ready to start accepting our passengers.
Boarding requested. P1 board crew. Crew boarding.
So let's get the crew on board, and then they can prep the wagon up for
passengers boarding started.
So I'll bring us back when the passengers are boarded. Okay, so passengers are all aboard. Doors are locked, and we will be ready for a pushback. So checklist Charlie. Before start engine, check the fuel. We have 26.6 quantity, check. Passenger signs are on, check. Let's welcome them aboard.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck it's the captain. Very warm welcome on board this Boeing 777. We're just about ready to push back from stand now and start all engines. I would ask that you pay full attention please to the cabin crew safety briefing that will be shown fairly shortly. In the meantime, make yourselves as comfortable as possible and enjoy the takeoff.
Right, so packs can go off. Let's call for pushback. And we're ready to start these engines up, so here he comes, coming to push us back. Can't think of anything else here. At International, Papa 3 Delta Victor 5, pushing back from gate 2, facing to the right. Can't remember if that was east or what.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It's facing west. Right, so it's make sure they've disconnected
Departure checks
the air
completed.
unit.
Bypass pin inserted.
And so it's call start engine start selected to ground, and just watch everything rise up. Everything up here looks sound. Put the window heat on already.
Locking gear.
Yep, that's all good. So nose right, check.
Release parking brakes,
Parking
please.
brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let's start these puppies up. So ground for the first engine. Engine number 2 has rotation confirmed. When it gets up to 20, we give it a drink of fuel, which it is coming up Now. Oh yeah. Sounds good to me. Engine's flipped over, so stick that to continual and start engine 2. Put the right pack on. We have rotation. Let's give it a drink. Ignition. Looks like we're gonna have a good engine startup. Flicked over, continual, and packs can go on. So engine is good, APU selector off, packs isolation switch is off.
Please set parking brakes.
Set parking brakes set.
Waiting your
Ground
confirmation for a
equipment
good engine
clear
start.
and flap set for takeoff. 1, 2. I think it's 2 notches on this one. Yeah. Yep, so we have, mate.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking
Cool.
gear.
TCAS. Is that a TCAS test?
TCAS test. Pass.
Pass the TCAS
Tow truck
test.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
So,
Left is clear.
flaps
right
off
is
takeoff,
clear.
flight controls free and clear. Check. ECAS status, cancel and recall. Just the park and brake. This always comes up, and I don't know why. Because the auto throttle isn't disconnected, obviously. So it must be like that. Transponder is on check. We are mode C, Charlie. And ready to taxi. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. Oh, hello, there's a plane going in there for a bit of maintenance. Fiji's such a gorgeous place. Clouds are not very much. Right, we're ready to taxi this puppy. So nose gear on, take off, taxi lights on. Auto brake selector to RTO. Ran equipment clear. Ready for the before taxi checklist. Let's taxi out now. So Nadi International, Papa 3 Delta Victor 5, taxiing out runway 09 via Alpha to go down runway 20 and then backtrack down 09. Let's do it. Park and brake off. Alright. And give her a little bit of juice. And she'll be off. And we're going. Here we go. So we follow Alpha down here. Straight down and then turn left onto 20. Bit bumpy. Feel like I'm on a boat here. Fiji Airways. Let's give her some more juice. Go. She's going. So obviously I'm not gonna film the full flight, just the takeoff and the landing, and the important review of the landing as well. So hopefully we can land this correctly. Oh, the ground seems to be bobbing. So, before taxi checklist, before takeoff checklist, pack selectors to auto, check, flap set for takeoff, check, stabilizer trim set, check, flight controls been checked, cabin secured, and let's play the...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this Boeing 757. May I remind you that your hand luggage should be placed in the overhead compartments, and in the interests of safety, heavy bags or bottles must be placed underneath the seat in front of you, and all aisles and exits must be kept clear. Thank you.
Come on. We're going to get the runway, so let's turn on the runway lights. Runway is clear. Check. And then it's down here and to the right. So our takeoff checklist is obviously we get clearance to take off. The weather radar, terrain on as needed, white anti-collision lights go on, the landing light switches go on, transponder, TARA, runway alignment verified, thrust, takeoff set and verified. I'm guessing that's by pushing the EPR button, it's the power engine pressure ratio button, and then call out the speeds. So, right, here is our runway coming up. Very thin runway, I'd say. We are departing a little bit early. It's only 3:30, so we're 30 minutes ahead of schedule. But that's what it's like out here in these islands, man. Nothing runs on time. You're either early or you're late. It's very chilled. Beautiful sunshine. Gorgeous beaches. Nobody gives a hoot in the world. Oh, start the clock. So our departure doesn't pose any height restrictions. We just have to be above 5,000 by the NN beacon. That's it. Right. Permission to take off. Done. Lined up. Verified. Power set. Rock and roll. Speed alive.
80 knots.
We're going to get a rotation before the end of the runway. I'll have to take her up, mate. Rotate. Gear up. What's up? Engines are running high here. Oh, there we go. Stopped. Right. After takeoff checklist, packs to water, landing gear up, flaps up, and then it's just landing lights and altimeters cross-checked. And that's it. Loop-de-loops here. Let's set her up for... Oh, and then it is there. Okay. Gotta get that height, which we are, so we can go straight there now. Speed back a bit. There's the airport. Beautiful. That's landing lights off, and let's set. Oh, we don't need to set standard. We're already on standard, and we're definitely above 5,000 now. So our departure is done. It's just enjoying the ride now. Going a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Very, very good. Going a bit fast, are we? .768 seems a bit fast. I think we're going to keep her around 570 to be honest. So, got 570. Can't do it there. Rip. Why can't you do that? We'll leave it then. Straying off course here. Where are we going? It's going to direct to Lapham. Can't change the speed now. That's a rip. See you later, Fiji. Right, this thing is rocketing. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'll when we get to our top of descent, I'll bring you back and we'll set her up and land her. In the meantime, enjoy a little few views and some nice music. Okay, so brought us back because we are approaching our top of descent here, and we need to sort of set things up. We have an ILS that we need to set up, so let's get ahead of the curve. I believe the ILS frequency is 110.3, which it looks like we can actually set. Rip. Maybe that's not the right place to set it. So we're going to go with, let's do the performance calculation for landing. So it's going to be a max auto landing. We'll try flaps 30, which will give me 135, but that correlates to a 20 flap setting. So let's try, oh, you can only 25 or 30. If we did 25, that would be 137, which is even, yeah. So we'll go with a flaps 20 landing. We'll see how we fare with that. Let's see, ILS frequency. Oh, here it is. So 110.3 is there with a course of 045. Ooh. Oh, okay. 046. Let's put that up here as well. 110. Oh, it's automatically, so we don't have to worry about it. 46. This is like the first time I'll have landed this in a long time, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm not 100% with this. But the landing is the most important. So can't select that, so 110.3. There we go, that's set up. So normal checklist is pressurization landing. The landing altitude needs to be set. So the landing airport elevation is 31, so that's 30 on here. And the baro is 841. So where do we set baro? Down here, I believe. There it is. 841. So, well, no, it's the decision height. Yeah, 841. So, oops. Right, it really overshoots if you scroll too fast. 841. That's set. Turn that up. Right. So we haven't got our top of descent coming in just yet, but it's 80 miles away. So I'm gonna let the passengers, the cabin crew know that we're 80 miles away from our top of descent. There is no arrival, so it's a straight into the approach to the runway, and this is what it looks like. So down to sets, then turn to groupie, and then we get on to the glide slope where we need to be at 2300. So we set that up 2300. Where we need to be, and then it's just a straight into the runway. So procedure authorized for arrivals on airway. No other concerns. It's all pretty much set. Transition altitude is 1300, but the transition level is 1500. So, and then obviously a missed approach, which I don't plan on doing. I don't plan on a missed approach, but then again, nobody ever does. In terms of ATC, there is just us in the vicinity. Nobody else is going there. So that's good. Set this up for 6. View the FMC. Speed reduction at Big Egg. And again at sets and groupie. And by the time we hit the runway, we're at 130. So that, I think, is pretty much it. The weather at the airport where we're going is 110. It's blowing with 15 knots, gusting up to 19. There's 16 kilometers of visibility. Temperature's 27, and we have scattered clouds at 1800, few at 4000, and broken at 10,000. And the pressure is 2992, which is the exact same, pretty much what we got now. So we don't actually have to change our baro. So cancel and recall. There are no items. Auto brake, we're going to go with max because I've never landed here. Max auto. We've done our landing data, and our approach briefing is complete. That is the descent checklist. We are ready for descent, which is fast approaching. 80 miles until top of descent. So once the TOD comes in here, we tell passengers to sit down and buckle up. I don't see anything on the horizon, so island is not there, but we have got the terrain on. That will inform me. That's about it, really. So I'll bring you back when we're actually descending. Okay, so we're literally about to descend now. So here we go. I think it automatically does it. Yep, throttling back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stage of flaps at our disposal. So we'll see how that works out. On the approach checklist, it says altimeter's check and nav aid set, but I wasn't able to set the nav aid before. 110.3 invalid entry. Do we have to put that in front of it? No. I'm not really sure how this is. Oh, is it 0? It's going to be 0? No. I'm pretty sure you have to set it here, but I don't know. Maybe it'll automatically. We'll come back to that. We'll hope it is. I mean, at the end of the day, the co-pilot's one is done, so it's getting late in the day. So we'll see how she fares now with the descent. This will be the first time that I've landed her in a very long time. Not actually landed this plane in a while. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully this will swap over. I mean, I could always just do manual if it doesn't. We use speed brake if we have to. So the cabin is secured. Now this is an issue. Speed brake. I'm not sure how you arm it. It is part of the landing checklist, but whenever I go to arm it, it just automatically deploys it fully. So I'm not sure if that's going to play out well, but we're pretty much set up for the landing. Just descending now down into the clouds. And let's have a look at the airport. Whoa. Bit some turbulence. So there is our approach in. We're 34 miles away from Big Eck. It's pretty gusty. So we're still going pretty fast. We got a decel coming up, but we should only be going like 259 at the moment, so, or 250. So I think the speed brake needs to come out. Whoa, that increased our power. Seems to be speeding me up rather than slowing me down. It should be going 250 to be honest, but we're going 300, so this is going to be interesting. We're still descending quite rapidly. I'm going to change the QNH now, so it's 2992, which is pretty much what it was. There we go. Heading into the clouds. Lower layer below. I think I'm going to kill the speed brake because seem to be ramping up the engines. So by the time we get to sets, we should be around about 7,000 feet. Which is at least 50 miles away. That's plenty of time. Hopefully by the time we get to Big Eck, it will be at 250. It will limit me down. So that's probably why, because we haven't actually hit that waypoint yet. Looking at the traffic there, again there is none, so it's just us. We're in the clouds now. Beautiful. Still can't see the island, but it is very small, so I don't expect to. Weather hasn't changed. descending nicely, although it's leveled off now, probably to reduce the speeds. Maybe we put that speed brake out. And then if we go first stage, we can then get rid of our speed brake. $240. We have now hit Big X, so it's asking for drag. So I guess that is the speed brake, or can we go another stage of flaps? 220. So we're actually too fast for that. So let's deploy a bit of speed. Oh, that's the arm position. Oh, you can arm it then. Okay. Let's deploy a bit of that to we're above our. So can I set the rad nav right now? No. Do you know what? I'm just going to go manual on this one. I'm not going to. So now that should be. Yep, there we go. There we go. Speed's coming down. Temperature means the anti-ice can come off. Should give us more power. No island in sight. $15,000. We're on profile. Only really got one shot at this. Otherwise, it has to be repeated. So the way it's working is I've got like 10 legs set up. It started in New Caledonia. It's going to end in San Francisco. Each leg has, some of them have got multiple flights. So some of them have up to 3 flights where I fly out to the airport, I do the return, and then I fly back again. By the time I land in San Francisco, I have to have accumulated 51.5 hours with landings totaling to minus 250 or better. So far, I have done a couple of flights where the landings have been over minus 250, so they don't count towards my accumulated hours. Only the landings count that actually equal minus 250 or better. So it really does make a difference if I, do this landing correctly, because otherwise I've got to repeat the flight pretty much until I do get it right. So by the time I do land in San Francisco, I have got those hours, even though I might have flown loads more flights. So, but once I get my airline transport license, for anybody who's interested, this is just something I've created myself. This virtual pilot licensing is something I've just built myself. And then I use a pilot's life to get actual jobs with an airline. So once I get the airline transport license, I will be able to then do passenger ferry jobs, because right now it is just cargo I can haul. But I can haul cargo in commercial airliners, 737 Airbus and all that. But at the moment it's mainly ATR that I fly, because Mountain Air Cargo fly ATR. They don't really do that many jet engine flights. So looking nice. So are we actually descending here? Yeah, we are. 11,000, I'm gonna put the landing lights on. Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a routine procedure that we dim our cabin lights for all night takeoffs. For those passengers
We're landing actually, love.
Bright reading light in the panel above your head, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are experiencing turbulence, the captain has switched on the seatbelt signs. Please return to your seat and ensure that your seatbelt remains fastened until the sign has been switched on. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we have now commenced our descent, would you please return to your seats and securely fasten your seatbelts. Please ensure that your seat backs and tables are in the fully upright position for landing, and that your window blind is fully you're seated by the emergency exits and are requested to clear this area of any loose articles.
There we go. So we're going down now to a lower speed soon. 233 when we get to Groupie, which I think is a little... That's too high, I feel. That's very high, a speed. Right, so our checklist. Cabin secured, speed brake armed. Let's arm our speed brake actually. And then we're just set for flaps. So as soon as we lower our speed, we can put out next stage. We are above our profile, but sure that will come in as we get closer. Now going through the next layer of clouds. We're starting to get a bit of rain. Put that speed brake out a bit more actually, so we can lose some more height. Is that losing height? Yes, there we go. Get us down to 220. I can put out another stage of flaps. In fact, I might manage the speed as we descend. See how she goes. We're about to do a turn to line up. Put out another stage, flaps. We'll arm that speed brake now. So starting to get a bit dark down there. Right, let's knock the overhead off. Oh, that didn't actually knock it off, did it? Right. Is there no way to turn this off? Right, let's put the approach on. 210 for we can put out another stage. And now we're coming in for landing. So we are coming up onto the is that 20-mile slope. I see land, but I don't see any airport yet because it's too foggy. We're just getting below the weather, so. There we are. Okay. Right, let's put our wheels down and final stage of flaps. Turn on lights. Everything's set up here. I'm going to start my APU now. .3,000 feet. We should be 2,300 before we hit the slope. So looks like we're on track. Let's put it into oh, it's not captured yet. I will take over. As soon as I see the runway, I will take over. It should start reducing.
25 minutes.
There is the airport just there. See the Pappy, we're lined up. No traffic in the area. Get the localizer on. The runway lights. Okay, Daddy's got the plane. Auto throttle off. And we're looking for a nice steady 130, wasn't it? 137.
1,000. Pull up.
Yeah, I got you, mate. I got you.
Pull up. Pull up.
Chill, mate. Chill. Daddy's got it. Right, 3 green, full flaps, ready for landing. Nah, you're alright, mate. We got this. Nah, you're alright, mate. Shut up.
50. Slow. Flat. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And we've landed. The Eagle has landed full. Reversing. There we go. Let it roll out. Looks like we did it. We'll see what the rating is. We missed that turn off too fast, so we might have to backtrack. Oh no, there is a turn off down here. There we go. I don't know why she keeps bouncing on her wheels. It's a bit weird. Okay, so we can turn off here. So flaps up, speed brake back, and runway lights can go off. And the turn off should be somewhere around here. Just down there, I think it is. Yeah, those blue lights. We made it just before dark, but light director's off. Here we go. Hey, this is another runway, this is. Daddy's on another runway. Well, we'll have to taxi landing lights back on, I'm afraid. Okay, let's after landing checklist. There isn't one. Okay, she pretty much does it all herself. APU is on and running, so that's that. My left engine air switch is off. Don't know why that is. The isolation valve isn't on. Autopilot is disconnected. Auto brakes off. And speed is quite fast. We can looks like our turn off is here. There is the airport. So my lights can go back off now. And there's the blue lights to show me which way to go. So here we are. And then we'll let the ground crew sort of point me in the right direction. So runway turn off, lights off. Just our taxi light. Oh, that's, yeah, taxi light off. Let me put the taxi lights back on. Okay, so we've got one suitable parking. It's the GA large, GA medium. So I guess it'd say that one. Yeah, show me where it is, please, because I've got a clue. Right, flaps, that can come off. I can go to standby. Stop the clock. And APU's running, packs are on, seatbelt signs, all is good. Here he is, let's go. Welcome to Pago Pago. Where it has got a terminal there. And there is nobody there, so why couldn't we park there? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, mate. Where's our dude? I don't know, which way you bringing me in, mate? I don't see the marshaller. So, can't determine if I'm line up, but we'll just say that that is captured. Brakes on. Right, APU is running, so technically we can kill these without fear of losing everything, because APU is running. So pumps off, not that one, and fuel pumps off, and I didn't set that to continual, that's my rip. Let's plug up a ground power unit and open up these doors. So we got 1, 2, and that one, and that one, and then the cargo wheel chocks are in. Right, your seatbelt signs can come off, and they can we can get some stairs here, and they can deboard. We can switch over to ground power, and we can turn off our APU, and packs can go off. We're now on ground power use, so that's all good. And turn off the taxi lights and the wing and all that, and there we go. Right, let's see what Volanta says, shall we?
The boarding requested.
Minus 250 or better, that's what we need. Minus 228, it's a pass. I passed this flight, lovely jubbly. So next time we'll be taking off from here, and we'll be going back to Fuji, and then we will be coming back here again. Probably do that in a stream, so by the time you're watching this, that's already happened. And that's it, really. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Don't forget, I give away €50 of FLIGHTSIM vouchers every single month. To be with a chance to win, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below in any one of my videos of P3D, and every single month at the end I go live with a vlog to announce the giveaway winner, and €50 can be yours. Thank you so much, and join me next time on my journey for my airline transport license. Take care. Bye bye.